The little bells Jingly journey in a cozy village nestled between green hills and a babbling brook. There lived a tiny bell named Jingle. Jingle was small, with a shiny silver body and a bright red ribbon tied around her loop, and she loved hanging on a garden gate, ringing softly when the wind blew, watching butterflies flutter, and hearing children laugh nearby. But Jingle had a big dream. She wanted to jingle far and wide to find new friends. One sunny afternoon, a playful breeze named Gusty swooshed by and said, "Hello, Jingle. Why does your chime sound so happy today?" Jingle tinkled and replied, "I want to ring across the village and make friends." Gusty twirled and said, "I'll carry you. Let's go." Jingle's ribbon danced as Gusty lifted her off the gate and floated her to a shady path where a little mouse named Squeak was nibbling a seed, and Squeak squeaked, "Hi, Belle. Why are you here?" Jingle chimed, "I'm jingling to find friends. Want to come?" Squeak hid her whiskers, saying, "I'm shy and stay in my hole," but Jingle rang softly, "Run in my jingle. You're safe," and Squeak scampered beside her. Gusty carried them to a sparkly pond where a tiny frog named Hoppy splashed on a lily pad, and Hoppy croaked, "Hello, Jingle. What's that sound?" Jingle tinkled, "It's me. I'm finding friends. Join us." Hoppy blinked, saying, "I'm scared to hop far," but Jingle chimed, "Hop in my jingle. I'll guide you," and Hoppy bounced along. Next, Gusty blew them to a sunny meadow where a small ladybug named Dot crawled on a daisy, and Dot buzzed, "Hi, Jingle. Why are you ringing?" Jingle spun, saying, "I'm on a quest for friends. Come with us." Dot tilted her shell, saying, "I'm slow and small," but Jingle twinkled, "Ride on my ribbon. You're perfect," and Dot climbed aboard. Gusty whisked them to a grassy hill where a baby bunny named Fluffy nibbled clover, and Fluffy said, "Hello, Jingle. What's that chime?" Jingle rang gently, saying, "It's me, a bell. I'm making friends. Want to hop with us?" Fluffy hid her ears, saying, "I'm nervous about new places," but Jingle nodded, "Stay in my jingle. We're a team," and Fluffy hopped beside Jingle, Squeak, Hoppy, and Dot. Jingle felt brave and said, "I want to ring for everyone." Gusty whispered, "Chime loud and high." Jingle swung high, her silver chime echoing through the village, and Squeak, Hoppy, Dot, and Fluffy clapped, cheering, "Your jingle is beautiful." Children playing in the village heard Jingle's chime and ran over, and a girl named Mia pointed, shouting, "Look, a bell with friends." The children asked, "Who's ringing?" And Jingle floated down, saying, "I'm Jingle. I'm chiming for friends. Want to hear?" The children nodded, asking, "Can we dance with you?" Jingle tinkled, "Yes. Dance in my jingle." Mia and her friends danced, laughing as Squeak scurried, Hoppy hopped, Dot buzzed, and Fluffy bounced, and Mia said, "You're so brave, Jingle." Jingle's ribbon glowed as the sky turned orange with sunset, and Gusty said, "Jingle, it's time to rest." Jingle looked at the path, pond, meadow, hill, and village, saying, "I ran so far and made so many friends." Gusty hugged her softly, saying, "You're a tiny star." Jingle turned to her friends, asking, "Will you visit my jingle?" And Squeak, Hoppy, Dot, and Fluffy nodded, cheering, "Yes." Mia waved, saying, "We'll find you, Jingle." Gusty carried Jingle back to her garden gate, and her friends followed to say goodbye. Jingle hung gently, feeling proud, saying, "I chimed through the village." Squeak squeaked, "You made us brave." Hoppy croaked, "And happy." Dot buzzed, "And fast." Fluffy hopped, "And safe." Jingle's heart felt full as she said, "You're all my song." That night, Jingle rested, her chime soft, dreaming of dances, and the next day, Squeak, Hoppy, Dot, Fluffy, and the children visited, dancing in her jingle. The village sparkled with laughter, and Jingle's silver glow shone, knowing her jingly journey had made everyone smile.